I really need to clean up that spot.
Hello, YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. So, short little story behind of why I got this recent purchase. Well, okay, so I heard this at least for the year or so that this game came out, or the periodical time that this game came out, that it's the best in the series that it's came out for. By the way, if you hear me coughing once in a while, recovering from a cold, I got some medication for that, so now I'm kind of, coughing up all the stuff. Anyway, so I heard that this is supposedly the new standard, the best out of the series, even though I can't really say that I can disagree or agree, because I've never tried it yet until I got it in my hands now, so therefore I can. And it's supposed to be using the Motion Plus technology to its fullest extent. It's supposed to be almost near perfect. There is some slight problems. You have to recalibrate the controller every once in a while because something freaks up here or there. This is at least what I've been hearing a lot. So people go, it works perfectly fine when I use it. Anyway, I'm not here to criticize people, but it's the fact that, I've heard so many positive things about it. Mixed blessings about it, where they say it's a very good game, but they didn't think it was, or did not assume it was the best game for the series. I cannot say that again, but without further ado, I'm wasting too much time and building up too much suspense for it. It is The Legend of Zelda, the Skyward Sword. Now, some folks are thinking, why didn't you have that before? Because I didn't have $50. So, this went down in price, at least with the website I went through to grab this, and it was like really freaking cheap. So you always grab a game when it's really freaking cheap that you're interested in. So this actually does include the orchestra CD, which I'll show you here really quickly. It comes with all the shebang. It's complete. Mint incomplete. Anyway, it comes with the symphony disc, and it comes with the core game, which I'll show you here really quickly. The disc art itself is just really well made. It's just really lovely to look at. I don't have to say and look at the disc real quick. Flawless, if not mint condition. Excuse me. And this came off of one of those, one of those type of companies that you can purchase, games from, or you can at least rent them from. And seeing this came from a rental company like that, I am shocked in how flawless the discs look. And I had to double check to make sure I wasn't daydreaming, but it came in perfect condition, like it was barely played, or probably played once and put back and sent back to the facilities. But man, I was just ecstatic when I got this in. I opened up the envelope and it came how it did. Because you generally would get it how it would come out brand new, because these companies usually put the discs or the cases aside and move them somewhere that they can resell them later on. And it included the Club Nintendo code, which I used already, and it also came with the symphony guide, which I thought that was pretty cool too. Like, they kept everything in great mint condition, which was like, for a collector, you gotta appreciate that. I mean, even though they technically don't really have no use for the cases anyway, but they still keep them. And it comes with the melody, the Twilight Princess theme, the Wind Waker, the movement. Geez, they just have some of the great songs, I would have to say, from the series. Or at least all the games that came out before it. I mean, even though it's technically a freaking series, but some people say it isn't a series, even though it is. Again, it comes with every single track, and inside the pamphlet, it comes with Morimoto, the general producer, of course. I had to find the correct name of what they called him from the series. He was the general producer, as Keiji Kondo and Eiji Onorma. I can't ever pronounce his name. Aononuma. See, I can never pronounce Japanese names. So people go, "You're blasphemy. Get over it." It's hard for me to pronounce that shit. Seriously, if you have a speech impediment and you try to say something in Japanese, it's gonna kill you trying to say it. But nonetheless, the pamphlet comes with the cool thing too. They had their whole entire team that produced the games set up in a Triforce, which is again really cool that they put all this effort into this game. At least with the manual is actually thick, even though it's only like a page and a half of content that tells you how to play the game. I mean, it's in full color, which is awesome. Went all out, I'd have to say. And on top of the fact they gave the 25th anniversary Legend of Zelda disc filled with music, which is it's actually a CD, so it has all the orchestrated music, which I'm actually probably gonna burn so I can listen to on my computer for my own personal use, of course. I'm not gonna distribute to anybody. You have to disclaim that, even though people know you're generally not gonna do that. So yeah, I mean, very excited, very ecstatic. Get to finally play this game and see for myself if it is what a lot of people have been saying it is. Saying it was the best Zelda game ever produced. Quite frankly, I think the three best Legend of Zelda games had to be A Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda 2, because I just liked how it was different. It was actually kind of a nice, if not a really fun game, because it had challenge to it, like just a lot of replayability, I'd have to say. And Ocarina of Time had to be the third place because I just loved it. I mean, the first Zelda was great in its own respects, but Part 2 I thought it was more challenging to me. Like the first Zelda 1, it was not that hard. Part 2 kicked my ass, which I actually enjoyed it because it kept me, pressing harder to beat it. And in Part 3, or I'm sorry, the third on my list there was one of those Zeldas that was just, it was damn good, or it is damn good. I still need to get it for the N64. I have it on the 3DS, which the 3DS version is really a good version of that. I think it's a little bit better than the first N64 version. So people probably may disagree, but again, it's generally because of how they fixed a lot of the bugs, which I had an OCD about, and it just handles super well on the go, especially. But yeah, got this in my collection. I'll give a first impressions probably at some point in the future, or show some gameplay off. One of the both. My dog Coco wants to play too, apparently, so we'll let her play it. So take it easy, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care. Oh, man.